Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I'm holding my whiteboard because I have a whole bunch of stuff on my glass mat and I don't want it to get moved. So this video is airing March 18th, 2023. With this I'm calling a double shadow box card featuring the Easter Bunny bundle, and my color choice is in the Regal colors collection. So let's show you. You can see all my goodies on my desk. So I'm hoping I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna check my screen. All right, so I'm gonna show you the little shadow box. It does fold flat. I had to do some adjustments here on this, so hopefully I got everything right. But it's a 4-panel little box. I did this for St. Patrick's Day. Love this little fold. You can do so much with it, so that's why I'm doing it again. So double shadow box, there's one, there's two, they are deeper. Another little thing about this little box is if you have a little bag with some candy treats, it will stick in the box. Like so. You could pull it down even further if you just want to give it out. You could add a handle, you could add a bottom. There is so much you could do with this. This was just a few ideas, and this one doesn't have it. This one I even put a gift card into it. This is a T-Mobile card, but you could put a gift card in that box. I'm going to stick this away where it goes so nothing happens to it. Alrighty, so I'm going to go over, first I'm going to show you, we're using the Easter Bunny. I've done a lot of stamping and prep. We are using this bunny, this bunny, this bunny. This one we are going to stamp. We're using this little thing here, the little carrot. We're using high. We're using the little floral one, and Your Friend Like No Other. And I just realized for the high, I don't actually have the scrap out. Ooh, I'm wondering if I'll have enough on that. I did get measurements in case you want to be picky, but let's get some punches. I'm going to show you. I'm using my old 1-inch circle punch, a 3/4 inch circle punch, and the double oval punch. And I'm thinking, okay, there's a scrap for the old olive. Nope. Sorry, I really thought I had this done. My husband called me, asked me if I wanted to go out and help them at Dillis's, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going out there. So I thought I had everything together, and I do have a piece of scrap here in my folder. I don't want a big one. I just need one. There we go. All right, so let's go over all the pieces we're going to need. So we are going to need our card base. It is Old Olive, 4 1/4 by 10 1/4, and we scored at 2.5, at 5, at 7.5, and at 10. I already got some score tape on there, and I'll show you in a minute the die that I used to do that. Very vanilla. We need to, number 1, I have 2 numbers for, these are for the inside piece. So number 1 is cut at 3 8/16 by 4 1/16. It is scored at 3/4 of an inch on both sides. So that's number 1. Number 2 is 3 4/16 by 4 1/8, scored at a 1/2 inch on both sides. So there's that. I'm going to set that down. Next, we're going to move on to all of our craft pieces. Our first craft, we're going to cut 2 that are 2 by 3 3/4. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. And that's for this little scallop die from the Color and Contour dies. This little, it's the second smallest. There's one that fits inside of it. This is the same one we used for our windows in our card base. So you need 2 pieces to do that. Then we need to go on to the 2 1/4 by 4. You need 2. You also need 2 pieces, at least this size, for the 2 bunnies. So 2 1/4 by 2 for the flop-eared bunny. You need 2 1/4 by 2 for the standing bunny, which I already have those done. Then we're going to stamp and punch the bunny for the punch. That is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. The reason so you have room to hold on to it in the punch, okay? That's why it's so long. Next, we're going to go on to the vanilla. So we're hoping that I can get out of this one. You need at least a 1 by 1 inch for the 3/4 inch punch, which we're going to stamp pie on. You're going to need a 1 by 2 inch for the flowers, which I have already done and colored your choice of colors in fussy cut out. Next, you need a 1 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the oval punch. This is it, and I'm hoping we have enough on here for our high. Old Olive, you need enough for the 1 inch circle punch right here, and enough for the deckled circle punch. The deckled circle punch is 1 1/2 by 2 1/2, at least that much to get this. So let me put those down. Now I am using the Regal collection of the 6x6 paper. I'm using the ones that were on the clearance rack. These are last year's colors, but this year's colors will do. It's just I could afford those to buy them all, so I did, and I've been using them. Great. Love that clearance rack. So we need to cut 2 pieces of, okay, let's go to our DSP. We need to cut 2 pieces of the DSP. I'm choosing the pumpkin pie. 1 3/8 by, oh, sorry, these two are 2 by 3 3/4, and that's to go on our craft. Next, we need 2 pieces to go on our scallop dies, 1 3/8 by 2 5/8, so I can put those with it. You will need little bits of scraps for our carrots. This is how tiny of a scrap I'm talking about. And another piece, I'm going to show you how to make one of my little carrots. I'm using Early Espresso ink in Black Memento. Your choice of blends. My choice to color in my little flowers here were Razzleberry, Blackberry Bliss, Old Olive, So Saffron, and Pumpkin Pie. I'm using a white Jelly Roll pen for the bunnies. And then you will need a scrap, of course, for the carrots. And for the grass, I have these scissors, but you can do the little grass accent we're doing just with a straight scissors. But if you have those are great. So let's get started, shall we? And let me move that aside and all this stuff. So for the grass, I'm going to set those scraps aside. And this is for my circle. We're going to set these aside. We are going to do our stamping first. So first bit of stamping, let me move my little bunnies up there, is I'm going to stamp for the oval that goes onto this deckled one from the double oval punch, okay? We're going to stamp in Early Espresso, You're a Friend Like No Other. And I'm hoping that, like I said, this is going to leave me enough room for the high. Ta-da! And it's okay if it's crooked. You can flip it over or just line it up. And we are going to have plenty. So there's one. Now I'm going to do the high. Oh, and it's not on a block. Of course it's not. No matter how much I try to get everything done. Oh, it never is there. So I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to set that over there so it can get cleaned. Like I said, I have this little 3/4 inch circle. There's that one in that recycle bin, and we need a 1 inch circle to layer that on. And that I can still use. I'm going to set that aside. Put my punchers in the drawer where they go. And then we are going to stamp. Set those like so. You can see how they go. Our bunny. Our beautiful. Love the Easter bunny. I love all of the punches. I have had the best time. So there's my bunny. Now I like to punch him out before I color him with that white gel pen. So gorgeous. And nope, we have a little bit more. Oh, you're a friend like no other. What am I going to stick on here then? Enjoy all the little moments. A treat for you. There's so much you could use. Let's clean this off. I'm not going to stamp Happy Easter. I would have to split it up. Let's see. It's a new day would go. Let's see. If I split Happy, oh, it would work. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to pick up the Happy Easter. I need a bigger block. That just will not work. So we are only going to use a Post-it note. Scotch tape would work. Just maybe I'll use that if it wants to come undone. It is so cold in this room. So we're going to stamp up Happy and not stamp up Easter. Maybe. There. I thought there was 3. So I'm masking up my Easter with these little Post-it note doohickeys. And we're going to first stamp Easter. I'm just being extra careful. All right, so we're going to put Happy right there. And it didn't. Now I got to pull it way down here. Sorry, you guys can't see it. I'm trying. You know what? Let's just ink it up and do it again. This time, push firmly on stamp. There. Now I'm going to clean it, the whole thing off, and do the same with Easter. And hopefully I won't need, if you just use the edge, there's enough space. I don't think I need to. I'm going to bring this in just to make sure. I'm using the green Old Olive to make sure. Oh, okay, that works great. And I can set that aside. Now we are done stamping. And that little sentiment, enjoy. Oh, so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch our bunny out. And then we'll color said bunny. Like I said, the reason why I gave you that measurement is so you have that handle to go inside the bunny. You can always use that piece later. And we're going to get some glue now and glue our coordinating pieces down to their cardstocks. Maybe if I can get the glue to come out. We must still have a big gloober in there. Something piece of glue that is hardened. So there's the one. Now we need high. On its circle piece. And we're going to glue our Happy Easter onto one of our DSP panels. The larger, not the little ones. The little ones are going on the scallop die. And I really hope y'all don't mind that I don't show you the die cutting. It's easier to have it done and not bring that into my desk area. And I think it cuts down on time. So there's this one. Now we are going to go ahead and glue these pumpkin pie pieces to their allotted. Maybe we'll do that one. Yeah, we're going to flip them around and do one of each design on here. So there's one. This is going to be the one with our bunny. This one is going to go down on the other end. And these will be ready to go onto our card in just a moment. So we need to, not sure where to put the hi now since I did this one. I have to look at my card. Hi. Oh, okay. I was going to do this, but it's okay. I can change it up. It's all good fun. Don't have to be perfect. So I took my white Jelly Roll pen and I'm doing little tiny circles, scribbly circles. And I think it just makes the little bunny come to life. Here I'm just doing little back and forth movements like so, highlighting a few areas on the bunny, leaving some space in between. So here on his tail, we're going to give him a cotton tail. After all, it is Easter. So give him a really nice cotton tail. On the eye, we're going to do a dot. It just highlights his eye coming out. So, and over here, a few little dashes. Here, we're going to color in his fur by his whiskers. And come down that little tufting all the way down his little body under his belly. Now here we are going to give him some white little socks or booties, whatever you want to call them, with that little swirly motion. And around this hip area, I'm going to just draw a line. Don't forget these little ones and his little bottom area. And that, my friends, is the little bunny. He is so cute. Now, this little bunny is getting that little floral swag on his neck. So let's glue that down. All right. So we're still in the glue process. So we have our our scallop contour dies and their coordinating pieces, and we are going to glue them as such, one on each design of the DSP. And that little piece just tucks right in there. This is where our bunnies, our other bunnies, are going to get on dimensionals. Oh, we're not done stamping as we have our little carrots to do. So these little bunnies need dimensionals. In fact, all three little bunnies need dimensionals. So let's do them now. 2 on each bunny will suffice just fine. If you are so inclined to do more on your bunnies, feel free. Me, 2 just is all they seem to really need. 1 there and 1 there. I'm going to put some on this oval. And on the high, I'm not sure yet where that is going to go. Maybe it'll go up here in the corner. We'll see. All right. So I should have 2 panels, 2 bunnies. 3 bunnies, that is. These 2 bunnies that I fussy cut out. One is going to go right here, a little off. His ears are going to be hanging off because he's going to get a carrot. This little floppied ear bunny, I call this one my sitting bunny. And someone is going to come interrupt me. I just know it. This one is holding his carrot. He got his early. He was a good bunny. The other bunnies have to wait their turn. This little bunny is going right here. And it's getting You're a Friend Like No Other. If you chose, you could put hi on here, but I think that will go really cute once we get our little box card made. Not sure about this. Okay, so let's set these aside and let me bring back that early espresso ink. And I'll show you how I made that cute little carrot. So took it, I stamped it on a piece of screw. Let's stamp that again. And this one. So that's all there is to that. And I took a pair of scissors. Y'all know I lost my good Stampin' Up scissors. Both pair at a class, I'm not sure. So I am not going to use the greenery on this carrot. I am just cutting the carrot out because that's all I want. Now I'm going to cut the whole thing, and I'm going to cut off my line, my stamp line on this part of the carrot because I don't want that seen. Just on the carrot, go roughly around the green stalks of the carrot. And I do mean you can really roughly do that. Now this little bit here is going to get a little bit of glue just on that green part of our carrot. And we're going to add our orange DSP to there. And this one is going to hold the carrot this way. Do I want it underneath? No. I was trying to. Let me see what I did do, because I know I do like it. That one doesn't have any on it. Okay, it is behind him. So I'm going to add a dot of glue there. And it is tucked like so. I'm going to have to hold it for a second. Put those aside. And I know you guys want to get to the card base, but those are our pieces for our card. Now let's move on to how we do this card. Oh, stamp over there. Get all that stuff out of the way. So our card base, 4 1/4 by 10 1/4. Let me move my pieces. So I scored this at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and at 10. Then I took this little scallop contour die and I stuck it here, ran it through my die cutting machine, took it here and ran it through my die cutting machine. That gave me my windows. It also gave me these pieces, which I am going to use. I might use them in my shadow box for this month's shadow box. I've been doing those. So let's go ahead and fold and score these. And I like to fold away from myself. So this little tiny one. And then the next. You want really nice, strong score lines. So really go over them. And our last one. And you're going to see how our box comes into being. And the reason why this is so small is it needs to be hidden behind our opening. All right. So there you have it. Let me go this way because it needs to be square. All right, so now we're going to put this together. Yes, I was trying to think of an easier way. We're going to start with number 1 panel piece. We're going to need to score that, but we are going to put this together first. It worked for the others. It's going to work for this one. So I'm using my fingers to line this up. I'm going to go over it really well so I know it's well and adhered. I'm just making sure it's going to be nicely squared. Ta-da! Folding it back and forth. So now you can see we have a window straight through. It's okay if they don't perfectly line up because you're not going to notice them. So now we have our first piece of Very Vanilla, which I'm going to keep those little tabs. And we are going to score one away from you. And then this one, see, this one is folding away. This one, you can either turn it and fold away or score it underneath. They're both being scored away, I guess. But you do want one, you want them to be a Z. Or one facing you, one away. You want to do this on both pieces. And doesn't matter which one goes where. It really doesn't. Just one has a smaller fold and one has, I'm talking about the edges. They're just a 1/4 inch difference on there. And that just, ooh, this one isn't cut down to the right measurement. This is still at 4 1/4 and it needs to be at, let's see, nothing can ever be just perfect. Nothing. This is at 4, no, that's 4 and, let's see, 4 1/8. This one is at 4. It's okay. They will work. So we are going to add the thicker, our 3/4 inch score lines. We're adding that one first, if I can get the glue out of the bottle. You could use score tape if you wanted. The liquid glue holds well for me. Yes, you do have to hold it in place. And I want both sides with glue. Gonna tuck one in this way, one in this way. Now this piece right here is gonna tuck in right in that corner. So there's my first one. Giving it a little, just holding it in place. Then I'm gonna fold this down. Squish it. So there's my first panel piece. It's in its rightful spot. We're going to do the same process again with the second one. And same thing. This is going to line up into the corner. That is lining up in its said corner. Just going to give it a moment there. And then I'm going to hold this one like so. And now I'm going to fold it down. Yikes, it didn't hold. It didn't hold in spot, so let's try that again. Now, you're going to see it's going to fold. Ta-da, there. You can see them how they work. Closed. Nice and flat. So next is to tuck our little window pieces inside. And we're just going to add some glue. Craft seems to take a little bit more glue, I noticed. So you could stuff it through. I just held it like so. Got it roughly like so and popped straight down. I'm going to turn this one over, making sure that it's nicely in there. And liquid glue allows you that wiggle room in case you didn't get it right where you want it. But it is a sweet, sweet little card project. Like I said, you can turn this into so much. So you could drop it through like so. And then maneuver it where you want it. You just want to see it. It's not gonna, you don't have to be picky about it. I'm just gonna scoot it. I gotta look at it a bit. I want to see it through my little window. Okay. Do you see how cute that is? Now we're gonna put our other panels on. This one I put score tape on. This one we're going to do with wet glue. Oh, nope, score tape. This one had it too. I'm not sure what I was doing there, but all right. So there's our sides. And next I'm going to show you how to do this little Easter grass. This is optional if you want that little bit of grass. You don't have to. It is cute all without it. So you will need a bit of grass that will need to go across, and I am going to roughly just like 2.5 is what you're going for, but I'm just going to give it a chop, and it doesn't matter if it's not straight because these little scissors are awesome. I don't use them well enough. Some of you may have them, some may not. But you can do this without the scissors, and you just cut. You could even make them pointy blades of grass. It is totally up to you. We're going to use both of these, by the way. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it, pinch it with these 2 fingers, and wiggle. Hold and wiggle like I do with my leaves. Wiggle, strong wiggling, because if you're using cardstock. Now I'm going to take it and roll it into a ball. Don't freak out. It's good. Little tiny ball. Unravel it. You can even do it several times, and I think I will. Just because it softens the look of the grass. So we have one more to do. But first, I do like to do that little wiggling. Kind of break up the fibers of the cardstock, make it more flexible. And then I'm going to open it up and do that one more time. It's okay if they break off. Easily glued together and you don't notice it. I'm telling you, I've done this tons of times. So, oh, I love this piece. This is really nice. Okay, gotta just turn it the way it needs to. Now, this little longer piece that I cut, I am gonna stick right here on my card. Gonna add some glue here. Gonna start at one end. Get it lined up against the bottom there. And now I have my little grass border. Really cute. Now to add a second layer on the inside, take that shorter piece, and I'm going to add the glue to this time. And I'm going to take it, you can either add it here or add it directly let's see, where is my box with the grass? There's one, there's two. This one I added, come this way, right here. On the bottom edge, I lined it up right with the edge of my die piece, the craft die. Let me see, is it in place? Yes, so I'm just squeezing it down, and then it is so cute. I'm not going to do that on all the windows, just this one. Need to get that in place. It just adds that little bit. If you don't like it with that, you don't have to. So that is my little box card, double shadow box card that is, and it folds down nice and flat. It will fit in an envelope. Do I have one out? No, but let me grab one. I will show you. It can do this. Ta-da! It will ship, and it's really not that bulky because we didn't add too much to it. I do have that high. Where did it go? You know what? We're going to pop that right down here in this corner. So I'm going to add some glue there. Oh, too cute. Like I said, there is so much you can do with it. You can add that gift card in there. I don't have hardly any candy. This is all I could find. Pop that in there for a little gift bag. Make a little handle. It is totally up to you. There's one version. There's two. And here's... well, that little bunny doesn't have a carrot. So that one has a carrot. Let's see. This one messed up there. I didn't like. This was my first one. So, but there's bunny number 2. All 3 different little bunnies. I hope y'all liked this project. I loved it. I did have to redo this video twice to get it just so. And I hope y'all come back and visit me in my wonderland. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, share this video, and let me know, would you? I love my comments. And have a great day. Bye-bye now.